come nice with it. We just flowing. I'm starting to hold my own. 24 bottles, I'm in my zone. Starting to feel like rappers is clones. Get your girlfriend, she's attached, I'm on the road. Always calling my phone. Just got a text from her, she's so alone. Put my feelings aside, I'm getting thrown. In the book, just reminiscing on feelings, it's getting old. History's in the making. I'm done with all of y'all faking. Ego, my ego big as a basement. Mixtape dropped, I can tell I'm making a statement. Shawty look like Rihanna. Into the groove, she switch it up to Madonna. Back then, I used it as a reminder. But I ain't sweating it like a sauna. Hardest flow on the record. Suckers want me on records. Living life is a blessing. Probably settle down when I meet a chick off the Essence. Not really my preference. Ray-Bans looking crisp, caught me a Lexus. Sometimes I see you put in the effort. You want me as your man, I'm like, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ain't nothing changed but the name, I'm still the same. Real talk, I'm at the top of my game. Doing my thing, huh? Doing my thing, huh? Doing my thing, huh? Ain't nothing changed but the name, I'm still the same. Real talk, I'm at the top of my game. Doing my thing, huh? Fourth quarter, I'm going for it. Taking over like Kobe, you know I'm going for it. Couple drinks on the side, I like to drink them slow. Scenery from the beach, that's just the way it go. You know your girl love me, Monday to Sunday. I do it good, but suckers hate me for it like a Monday. All we know is gunplay, so you know that we rolling. I'm dangerous, Larry Bird from the wing, don't leave me open. Black paint with the interior just to match it. Set a goal, don't punt her on it, you better grab it. Flow sharp, yeah, my flow sharp, just like a cactus. It ain't hip hop if you ain't mentioning street tactics. Fall back before you get your wig split. Where I'm from, we some gorillas. Pull out banana clips, y'all only here for the moment. No, never lasting. I burn rappers, treat them like toilets, pee on their ashes. Do it better than legends. I do it better than legends. Sometimes I see you putting the effort. You want me as your man, I'm like, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second.
All right. Y'all gotta excuse the voice. Been jacked up the last couple nights, all right? So, but we're gonna make it do what it do. That's why I actually missed the other show the other night. It was a rough one the last couple of days, but we're gonna get this thing started. I have my peoples coming in very shortly. You know, I'm kind of waiting on them. It's a unique situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, it is great to see you guys who are already in here. Shout out to Pokey Sue, said she was first. Shout out to Miss Marla in the building. What's going on, Miss Marla? Shout out to Miss Marissa in the building. Shout out to Miss Leslie in the building. Miss Pokey Sue said, hey, ladies. Yeah, hey, ladies, good evening. And okay, and Miss Marissa, Miss Christina in the building. Nicole Harris is in the building. Uh-oh. Shout out to Miss Amelia in the building. And Nicole Harris say, hey, everyone else. And yeah, thank you. I'm feeling a lot better now. Seriously, a lot better. Hold on, let me get this sent out here real quick. Whoa. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Share. Okay. So how's everybody doing? There's my baby sister. What's up, baby sis name? I gotta send this link out real quick to my peoples. Let me see something. Let me do this real quick. Okay. All right. So that's great to hear, Miss Marla. And Miss Christina says she's doing well. Shouts out to my brother Nate from upstate. Always great to see you, my brother. DJ Concrete, everybody upstate in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you, brother. And I will be putting the link up a little bit later tonight. But we're gonna actually start the show off with something different until my peoples come on. Once he comes on, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Um, we're gonna learn something tonight. All right. We learn something every night, but we're gonna learn something from a different angle tonight. All right. But can everybody in the comment section let me know where from 1 to 5 your mental health where are you all in your mental health right now? Let us know. That's important because we want everybody to be in the best place they can be mentally. All right. So meanwhile, y'all doing that. All right. While y'all doing that, let's start off with this, right? Until we get the show started. All right. You know, we're only in tomorrow is March, right? My birthday is actually Sunday that I never really remember, but I'm remembering it this year because I have some great, great people around me to remind me. Miss Christina says she's a 5. That's a blessing, Miss Christina, to hear that. You know, Pokey Sue said she's a 5. A great weekend coming up. That is awesome. Shouts out to my brother Gerald Purnell. Hey Gerald, we gotta get back pedaling, brother. I didn't gain a couple of pounds and everything. We gotta get back pedaling. Seriously. Miss Leslie said, I'm good. I've been fighting something too. There's a lot of stuff going on around. It is. I'm serious. There's a lot of stuff going around, and it's crazy. So some people call me a germaphobe. I'm about to be king germaphobe in a minute. Straight up. Miss Amelia gave a 5. That's a blessing to see that, Miss Amelia. Seriously. I'm glad you guys are giving these good numbers out. Miss Christina also said baby heart rate was 138 yesterday. I reckon that's good, huh? That's good. That's good, Miss Christina. Very good. Keep up the good work. Keep yourself and the baby healthy. My brother Gerald said he's a 5. That's what I'm talking about. These are some good numbers, and we love to see him, especially before starting a show. And hopefully, you'll be at a 10 at the end of the show. So until we bring our peoples on, who the special guest is, and I'm hoping he can get it right over there where he is, because he's still learning the internet and all that stuff. And this is my peoples that been falsely accused for a robbery that turned murder, and he ended up doing 30 years in prison and didn't even do it. So once he comes on, we want to go through, and I want you guys to gather up some questions that y'all would like to ask him. But you know, he's going to take us through what he went through. All right. And he should hopefully be on very shortly. My baby sis says she's a 5. That's good. That means that everything is working right in the family, and that makes me happy. That makes me happy, baby sis. Miss Leslie said she's a 4 now. Earlier she was a 2. Well, we are glad to see that you elevated in that. All right. And then she also said, just being here with you all makes my day better. That is awesome. That's what we want to happen, to be honest with you. We want to hear that from you guys. So until my brother Jimmy comes on, we're going to talk about something else here. We're going to talk about dating, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys on here are probably dating right now, right? Now, like I said, we are just about to get to March, right? Of 2025. And you know, it's a new year, and I have to ask this question. Dating, is the dating scene getting better or worse? Let us know in the comments section. Actually, let me put the link up right now, so we can I would like for you guys to pop on and actually let us know. Let us know from the heart. Nate from upstate said he's a 5 as well. Said God is good. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Um, Here's the link to pop on. So is dating getting better or worse? What do you guys think? Hold on one second. Okay. Hold on. He wants me to give him a call real quick. I want y'all to think about that. Is dating getting better or worse? Hold on, guys. I just called you. Call me direct. I'm here waiting for you. You can also click on that link and go on the link in the show and let me know that you're in there. And then once you're in there, then you can click on the link on the show and then I could bring you on. That is another easy way. Oh wow, I ain't know I had the mic open. Y'all heard everything I said, but okay. All right, hold on. What's up, Miss Leslie? Happy
Hi.
Friday evening.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. And then thank you so much, Nate from upstate, wishing me a happy new chapter. Thank you so much, Nate, man. I appreciate that. Seriously. Like I said, I mean for y'all to hear the conversation, but I ain't saying much of nothing. Anyway, I'm just trying to get my brother on because he has to now understand how this works because he's been away for so long. But like I said, we're going to check it out. Now, Miss Leslie, do you think the dating scene is getting better or worse?
Worse.
Why do you think worse?
I don't know. It's scary. It's like you have to have a list of things that you ask the person, like, do you have, do you have a job? Do you have um a place to live? Do you have, it's like you have to get a background from a person.
Okay. And that's real. That's real. You really do have to see what's going on with that person because if you don't, and if you just dive without looking, you can find yourself in a world of trouble or a world of a situation that you never want to deal with. You know what I
And
mean?
also, yeah, you have to worry about STDs. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
do.
stuff.
You do. I mean, what do you do as far as that? Like, okay, you feel as though you need to worry about STDs. How do you protect yourself?
I mean, as far as being a woman, it's almost important to keep condoms at your, keep condoms at your house. Like, you can't expect the man to have a condom. Like, you need to be prepared,
Okay.
you
Uh,
know, you
so
do.
what if? Yeah, no. I honestly, I believe you. What if he says that he's allergic to latex or allergic to whatever? What are you going to do?
No hanky panky.
So you'll whip out the flag on him and say, "Hey,
Hmm.
red flag, huh?"
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna ask him to get up and leave, or go get some Saran wrap?
No. I would
Because
just
you know
make it clear. I would just make it clear that, you know, you have to have that.
okay, because you know the OGs, they be out there in them streets. They'll whip out the Saran wrap quick. They'll go to their trunk,
Yeah.
Loki. Um, Shout out to OG Peepaw in the building. Good to see you, family. Um, Miss Christina said, "Happy last day of Black History." Okay, but you know what? We make history all around, all year round, though. Truth be told. We be
I
on it.
like what Christina said. Full body condoms.
Full body condoms. Okay. Um, I can't be mad at that. That's dope. I mean, hey, that's just how you gotta do these days.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now, oh, wrong one. Hold up. So, how we and we kind of stopped in mid, mid go, but anyway, I have to ask this: with the dating scene getting worse, better or worse? Hold on one second. Let me cut that off. Um, I'm sure if you ask someone as close as your siblings who is single, or a friend who is uh who's single, whether they are male or female, if dating scene these days is a pleasant experience, at least 8 out of 10 will say no. In fact, most are frustrated and even say they don't even want to date, they just want to be single.
Yep.
So does it is it a lot of times a frustrating experience?
Very much so. I'm thinking about getting a cat.
Well, oh, okay. And you'll have your date nights with the cat and stuff. Y'all just
Mhm.
chill.
Yeah, we'll just cuddle up on the couch and watch a movie.
Okay. I mean, I can't be mad at it. If that's what works for you, then that's what works. You know what I'm saying? Miss Christina said, or a hazmat suit. She going in tonight. Um, and then you also say it's too many people out there using each other, using one another. So I can agree with that too. Have you ever
Mhm.
felt like someone was using you, Miss Leslie?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
What when you spotted it? What was the thing that opened your eye to say, "No, they're trying to use me"?
It doesn't take very long at all. I mean, it's like just you can tell.
Okay,
Like, you want me to give you an example or
yeah, yeah. Give me an example, quick example.
um I have someone that is a friend that um kind of like he doesn't drive, and then he's like, "Hey, when I hang out," and then I'm like driving him around town, getting taking him to the dispensary and taking him to the store, and I'm like, what are you, and no gas money or anything.
You saying that happens all the time? It seems like.
No, it's just with the one person that I've known for a long time, and then I'm kind of like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Something's
So
not
what
right.
did
Something doesn't add up.
so what did you do about that? Are you still fooling around with this person, or you nipped it in the bud?
Mm, um, no, we never fooled around. We were just friends, but
Okay.
um, that's kind of like I just kind of, I know it's not very nice, but I kind of just haven't really been in contact with him.
Okay. Miss Harris said maybe a person chooses wrong. Maybe a person chooses the wrong mate. That's what happens a lot of times. Sometimes we get in these relationships and and we have all good intentions and the best for the both, right? But sometimes you put in too much energy into the wrong person and in the wrong relationship. I've seen it happen a
Mm,
lot. And
mm,
and it happens to all of us. If we think back, we can go back and probably say, you know what, that I was doing that then, you know. So we have to be careful out here. Nate from upstate said, I think it's getting worse because you got so many people out there that are not authentic. I think it's important just keep it 100. Absolutely true,
mhm.
Nate, because since social media, I've seen some of the most fakest people in my life, and I've seen some of the people who were actually pretty decent become some of the most fakest people in my life. And what that is it's it's their insecurities start to really sprout because what happens is that now they say, whoa, this is the way I can get my validation now. So I'm going to do all, whatever I got to do. I've seen people make a 180 and you say, wow, like really, this is your life now. I've seen people start taking their clothes off, not literally on social media, but all of a sudden every picture is just half naked, half naked, half naked. That's crazy. Miss Marissa said, go ahead.
I was going to say, why do people think that that is something that you want to see right off the, right out the gate? Like, I don't want to see a guy's junk when I don't even know him. I mean, like, why do guys think that sending a woman a picture of their privates is going to be a turn on?
Honestly, I think that's weird too.
I mean, I don't know what women do.
Me personally, I'm a shy guy. Like I don't participate in that engagement of doing that. I think everybody need to be careful these days by doing that. These pictures have a footprint.
True.
Miss Marissa said sometimes people will tell the next person what's going on, and they didn't have nothing to do with the situation. That's true. That's AKA rumors. That's how rumors start. Hold on, I'm trying to wait for hold on, guys. Yeah, so go ahead.
The big difference is social media. Like, think back to when we were teenagers dating. Well, I was a teenager in the 80s, but you didn't have all that. The person had to come to your house, pick you up, take you out, whatever. Now person comes over and they want you to just get naked and, I don't know, maybe I'm attracting the wrong people.
I mean, what's wrong with that? I'm joking. I'm joking. No,
Nothing.
But people do think that way. If y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this seriously. If y'all run into a guy that's like that, if I was a female, I would be on guard. I think that's creepy. You know what I'm saying? For a guy to think of you in that way, that he pretty much thinks nothing of you. Now, it's one thing if you do that, and what's always said is, "Oh, I hope you don't think different of me." I get it, but when a guy comes to your place and expects you to just go in, y'all start having sex, that's crazy.
Yeah. My therapist told me, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
My therapist told me to, if I'm going to go out on a date, meet them in a public place first.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't think you should meet them in the dark alley. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that it should be a public, open place. And then when you mention that to him, most likely you're probably going to be on the phone or whatever. But anyway, you need to pay attention to reaction. Like, can you hear like, or whatever, or how he reacts to it? Because that could be your first sign. You know what I'm saying? If he feel irritated about the fact that you said, "Hey, let's meet in a public place," pay attention. Nate from Upstate say, honesty is always the best policy. A lot of people are like fake it until you make it. You know, that is a new thing these days. Fake it until you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, that's exactly what's going on these days. Um, okay. Miss Nicole Harris says some people tell half the story of what's going on in their relationships. Um, they said you don't seem shy, creep. You know what? I'm probably Winnie the Pooh shy. Matter of fact, isn't this like a Winnie the Pooh color? No, it's not. Anyway, I'm shy. If we talking business, I ain't shy. But talking all that stuff, yeah, I just can't do it. It's just not me.
You seem pretty confident though. Like you're not.
I I'm confident business wise. I would say, yeah. Um, Nate from Upstate said, support your favorite podcast. Thank you, Nate. And I hope this is one of your favorite podcasts. And if it is, please subscribe and like the video. I'm trying to get my guy on here. We're going back and forth. And you have to understand that he hasn't dealt with cell phones and stuff like that for a long time. And I know they do have them in facilities where they can use them, but he's still trying to adjust to the world. So I'm me and him are going back and forth so we can make this happen to bring him on. So we're talking about this. We're talking about dating right now until he gets on. And then once he comes on, then we're going to get into the meat of the show. So I'm trying to make this happen. Let's just hang in there. Y'all hang in there with me. Y'all know how we do. Now, shout out to Your Royal Highness, a very, very awesome person who came on the show before and blessed the show. Good to see you. Said, blessings, everyone. And you guys may not remember her, but she came on. She's very intelligent lady as well. And we get a whole bunch of intelligent people in here. And we appreciate you guys for coming on. Nicole Harris said, no problem, Marissa. Miss Christina said, I want to go back to laying in the back. Hold on. I want to go back to laying in the back of a pickup truck and look at stars for a date.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a simple date. You know what I'm saying? People, especially again with social media and the music videos and this and that and whatever y'all watching on TV, reality shows and everything, everybody think everything gotta be so glamorous. It's got to cost so much. No, that's what happened to me. I started doing things the opposite of what I used to do, right? And when I did that, I became happier. I do things more simple now. I'm a more simple person, and I'm more happier. If you ever travel out of the country, sometimes you'll see these people out of the country, right? And they're in third world countries, smiling, living, and not dealing with all the bull crap that we deal with every day with bills, money and this, that, and the third. These people don't have nowhere near of what we have and smiling more than we are and happier than we are. And they live a far more simpler life. So that's what we got to start doing. We need to start cutting back. And, in doing things simple like that. Miss Christina said, laying in the back of the pickup truck looking at the stars. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Miss Marissa said, I just don't know why people take one side a story and run with it. I don't know. Miss Christina said, right, Miss Marissa. And then also Miss Christina said, Peppa the Pig color maybe. Oh, she's talking about my shirt. Your Royal Highness said, isn't today your birthday or am I off, B more? Well, you know what? My birthday is actually Sunday, March 2nd, Sunday. It's funny, I remember it. But yes, Sunday.
Happy birthday. I remember
Thank you.
last year when it was your birthday. How old are you going to be?
62.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. I'm going to be 52.
52. Okay.
Yes. 52 and counting, and 52 and trying to keep myself healthy and keeping it moving. We got to remember too, people. We got to remember that when you become mentally old, you become physically old. Stop thinking old. You know what I mean? I come from a place, and then when I moved, I started seeing a difference. A lot of people where I'm from would say, "Oh, I'm getting old," and they'll start doing old things, crunching their body up and everything. Then when you move here, you see people 70, 80, 90 years old still walking and trying to exercise and stuff like that because they have a young state of mind. They're staying young in the mental and trying to stay young in the physical. You see what I'm saying? When you start thinking old, you get old. That old saying, if you stop using it, you lose it. And that's on everything. Muscle, your third leg, all that stuff will shrink. Keep using it. Pokey Sue said, Christina, you need to be watching the stars, right? Let's see. I'm far behind on the what's that? I'm trying to catch up, y'all. I'm trying to catch up. Oh yeah, it went way up there. Hold up. Let me just hit this. All right, so I'm gonna try to catch up. Some people lie. Okay, this is Miss Nicole Harris. Said some people lie about when they tell their story, tell off their story. Miss Marissa said, "You're 35, Miss Marissa," and there is Lil Gotcha Life. Hey, Bird. Hello, Leslie. Hello, that's my big sis.
Yeah.
My big sis. What's going on, big sis? And Pokey Sue said, "Hi, Trouble." And Laugh Out Loud, I got your life. And Your Royal Highness, ha ha ha. And Nicole Harris said, some people some people need to take their own advice. Yes. Hold on, y'all. Let me check on my guy because I'm telling y'all he has a super interesting story. Let me hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. All right. Meanwhile, no, you are 35. Who's 35? At Jingle James. Who's Jingle James? Let me see. Who's Jingle James? Hold up. Jingle James. Is this the James we looking for? Put yes in the comment section. Let me see if this is Jingle James. Screen name. Let me know, Jingle James. Let me see. Okay, all right. That's my sister B More. Okay, all right. Because we waiting on our special guest, and his name is James. So that's what we're trying to pull off here. Hold on 1 second. I mean, he's trying to call me. Something keeps going on. It's the weirdest thing. But
It says no on there.
okay. All right. Thank you, Jingle James. Okay, so let's go to the next section while we wait on our special guest. Now, between the fear of fake dating profiles, right? Commitments and the sheer time and expense it takes to find a match. It's no wonder that dating today is hard, not to mention adding on ongoing pandemic to mix that in. Now they were talking about when we were going through the pandemic, of course, whatever. With ghosting becoming the new normal, it's not out of the ordinary for romantic interest to disappear with no reply for what feels like no reason at all. Dating apps and sites make it difficult to navigate the world of dating. Do you think that dating apps hinder these things? Hinder
Dating
dating?
dating apps are awful.
Have you ever tried a dating app?
Yes.
Okay.
Fake
Um,
people, scammers, you know.
mm,
Like this one comedian was joking, and he said he met a woman and he didn't know that she had a limp
right.
until, like people say one thing that they are one thing, and then if you meet them, they're another. So
Right. Yeah, I mean, dating apps, I've never tried one before. I've never tried one. Uh, I mean, I can't say something wrong with them, but just I never tried and I never had I just never wanted to try one. And this is nothing against those who did try it. I mean, some I've seen where some people met their match and they got married and everything. So you can't knock it. I wonder what's going on here. Miss Marissa, know you are 35 creep. Oh, thank you, Miss Marissa. I appreciate that. Poker Sue said, also remember that we need to support our hosts. Thank you. Yeah, them cash apps. Look, I have a few little things I'm trying to get. Any support, I'll shout y'all out. Hit that CA. What is that? No Crete is in his 50s, Miss Christina said. Pokey Sue said, hit up the Cash App. Then Miss Marissa said, I'm just playing around him. And Pokey Sue, I got those, get those likes up. And then laugh out loud, Miss Marissa. And yes, they do and mess up some relationships. Talking about the dating apps. Like I said, I know some people that had some success off of dating apps. For me, I'm like this. I'm not like I don't. I came to the conclusion, and this it was different when I was younger because I was more immature. But um, you need to get yourself right, and I don't want to use level up because so many men use that. You know what I mean? But I need to get me right, right? And then when I get me right, guess what? God gonna get me right. You see what I'm saying? That woman, they'll come to you, men. Don't go looking for the women. And women, don't y'all go looking for the man. He gonna come to y'all. That's where we make a lot of mistakes. We go looking and just check out what we find. Half of all of y'all and me at a time in our life went looking and we got bit. Just let that person come to you. Don't go looking. Don't go to church. Don't go to the gym, especially not the gym. The gym is worse than the church. Like people go to work out just so they can try to meet somebody. You know what I mean? So yeah, tasty cakes will work for my cash apps. Also, Miss Christina said, I'm trying to get one of those souped up golf carts. Laugh out loud. Yeah, hey, we got them. We got them. We got the golf
you
carts
know
with steroids. Go ahead.
the bad thing too is a person gets burned and then you're guarded. You're like,
When you
it's not
say
as easy to.
you saying the person gets burnt and then they start to like they guard themselves too much after that. That
Hmm.
that does happen. That is a thing. That is a thing. And I guess you could probably say, even with me to a sense, I've gotten like that. It's just certain things that you don't want to deal with anymore, or you prepare yourself not to deal with anymore. And that's the same thing when it comes to, I mean, women do the same thing. We all humans, we do a lot of the same things, whether we're man or woman. But hello. But my thing is that, you know, learn from your mistakes. That's the big thing. Learn from your mistakes and try not to repeat them.
Right.
Now,
It gets to
go ahead.
I want to say it gets to the point where you kind of want to be alone, and like if you have hobbies or like you do the different things that you like, a person gets tired of all the BS.
Right. That's true. You really get tired of it. And let me ask you this. Have you ever hit the wall and got tired of things in a relationship?
Yeah, definitely.
What did you do next? What did you do to protect yourself from that?
I just enjoy doing the things I like and kind of like stay away from the dating scene.
Okay.
It's sad to say, I hope I don't become an old cat lady. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you a question. With you saying that, over time, did you say to yourself, now I understand why some of them old ladies became old cat ladies?
Yep.
See, that's where you have to fix that balance. You can't it's easy to get yourself caught up in that. I've learned things in a different way from other people, like out of some real life situations. Like I've learned like how people, I mean, we can easily say, oh, they become homeless because they can't pay for their home or, whatever. No, a lot of times mental illness is involved. Either they went, that's the reason why they're homeless because their family gave up on them and now, they walk in the streets and they become homeless. Or sometimes they are homeless and then develop a mental illness.
Yeah.
So I've learned, I knew all of those two was a thing, but when you start seeing it through your eyes and hands on it, it's crazy. So, and then a lot of times these cities where these people are think that oh, we'll like say for instance LA. The first thing they think is, oh, we got to provide more housing. Let's get some of these homeless people off of the streets and get them in homes. And that a lot of times is not the solution. It's
No,
more
because
mental illness out there. And then
mhm,
with that mental illness, what you gonna put a mentally ill person in the house that don't even, they don't have the mental capacity um to take care of a home and do the right thing when they should be on medication, getting that type of help first, and then maybe you can put them in the house. Don't take the mentally ill homeless off of the street and put them in the house. It's kind of backwards. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
I went to a homeless shelter last week. I was going to donate some stuff, and I went, and there were people sitting on the floor. I said they don't have cots or anything, and they're like, well, they'll tear it up. So it's like you can try to do things for people, but they have to want to do things for themselves, you know?
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Again, we all know that mental health is a big situation to deal with these days, and it's growing. It's growing. So,
Mhm.
I've never met so many people now that went through so much in their younger lives, and this is the product of what we have now. But I look at those people as a lot. These people have strength because in order to live in this world and still deal with what they're dealing with, that takes strength. You can't look at
Mhm.
them as a weak person or nothing like that. That really takes strength. So, um, shouts out to them, that are dealing with a lot of this stuff. Um, it's rough. Um, so on the other hand, let's go here. Um, what do you think some of the biggest issues with modern dating?
Modern dating, lack of communication, expectations, certain expectations, like, expecting sex right when you walk in the door.
Okay.
And the, social media.
Well, check this out. Pokey Sue said things should have been organic. Love comes when you least expect it. And when it does, it has to be organic. I highly agree with that because, and that's where a lot of times we've been messing up over the years, making things unorganic. Like, okay, would you really be going out here spending $3 and $4, $5, $6, $800 on a meal? That's not organic. That's somebody trying to go out of their way to impress, not knowing that once you do that, this person down the line is going to start expecting that all the time. And you don't want that. Um, and that's just like I see a lot of people sometimes they'll start opening up doors for the woman to get out of the car or whatever. This month. Next month, they ain't doing it. Just keep it real from the start. Your Royal Highness said the majority of homeless people is from a mental disability, probably facility. Yes, they are. They are, and that's what I was saying. Either they were mentally ill before, and their family gave up, and now that person can't stay at none of the family's houses anymore, and they're just over it, and they just let them go, and now they out in the streets, right? And they started off mentally ill and they're out in the streets, but then you have some that just become homeless and then go through traumas out while they're out there. Then they become mentally ill. So it's crazy. Pokey Sue said, "Where's Shimi and Late Mama G tonight?" Dang, we got the names. Um, um, we'll see if they pop on. Pokey Sue says social media is the devil. Your Royal Highness said, "What's the purpose of a date?" Good question. I want you to answer that, Miss Leslie. What's the purpose of a date?
Mm-hmm. Getting to know a person.
Okay.
I remember with my ex-husband, we went to a coffee shop and just sat and talked, Don't need a big fancy meal to get to know somebody.
Okay. I wish Your Royal Highness was on here because I would like to swap some questions in reference to this. Now, and then she also said, how long are you going to date that person? Here's my thing about the dating. That's just like, again, a lot of times we may hear people talk about interview. But I ain't talking about a dating interview, but I'm talking about an actual job interview. Let's say if you had a job interview. Let's say if you with some woman or some guy, and you said this is it's a job interview, but it's a date. When you go on a job interview, what do? You don't just blab about, no, you're there to try to sell yourself so you can get that job. And when you try to sell yourself to get that job, you're going to tell them the best about you. You're going to be at your best behavior. You're going to be at your best, right? Well, when that happens, that's the same thing that happens on a date. He is going to try to be at his best, knowing that he ain't going to be at that best the whole time. Right? because he's not perfect. So I think that's why Your Highness asked, what's the purpose of a date? Also, Pokey Sue said, at Your Highness, two, it should be an interview. Oh, I didn't see that. It should be an interview. The beginning of dating is an interview to marriage. That's what Pokey Sue said.
I kind of believe that. And you're looking for red flags and,
Okay.
good and bad things. And people's imperfections are what makes them unique. So as far as, there is no such thing as perfect, I don't think.
No, it definitely ain't a such thing as that got ended during the times of Adam and Eve. And unfortunately, Eve was the one that was the one that got that messed up. And of course, Adam didn't have to follow that, but he did. And that messed up a lot of things for the human race. Now, we were just talking about issues with modern dating. Dating is in today's world feels more like a competition of who has the best looking profile or most compelling description. At the same time, it can feel like it's easier to be easier to be less attached. Finding an authentic connection is tough. And modern dating is normalizing behavior that impacts romance and love. Dating and relationship experiences can be a complete roller coaster. Can you agree with that?
Yeah. I wonder, myself, I wonder if love still exists,
You know why you have to question that? Because there's a lot of people that don't know about love. There's a lot of people who have not been loved. See, love has to be really instilled in you as a baby. As you were born, you have to feel love. You have to feel it through all these different chapters of your life. You can't just feel it at first and it's gone, or you can't uh you know not feel it and then you feel it later. There's different levels of love. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that if a person has not been loved, they can't give you love because they didn't get love. That's just like you trying to go down the street with a gas with no car. You ain't got no gas. If you put gas in that car, you going somewhere. If you put love into your kid as a baby and bring them up, you're showing them how to display love. If you're not doing that, they're not even going to love themselves.
Yeah.
Your Highness, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like Forrest Gump said, I know what love is, Jenny.
Right. Even Forrest Gump knew what love was. Now, your Highness said at Pokey Sue, that's courting for me. In America, it's dinner, then dessert. Okay. And also, your Royal Highness said, I don't believe in dating. It's a waste of time unless you both already know that you're going to eat then. And that's I had a feeling that's where she was going to. That dating is kind of senseless. Honestly, like I know and you said it already, Miss Leslie. You were saying that you get to know the person, whatever, but you really don't. You're getting to know the person as a salesperson because he's trying to sell you himself. He's trying to sell you the best of him, all in that one evening.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard when men or women say he was great, until we moved in together, and then it turned into hell. You know what I'm saying? That's because he was selling himself with all this other stuff at first. And then when y'all finally move in, it's HE double hockey sticks. Now, if you moved in with somebody and you can still deal with them, that's saying something. That's saying something.
I think the older you get too, your tolerance level is lower. I mean, you're not going to put up with as much.
No, that's very true. Especially, and I'm not joning on women, especially women, y'all tolerance level gets very thin. You know, I started understanding later on in life. You know, women get stuck in their ways. That's just like when women, you know, when y'all are younger, y'all in your late teens and all through your 20s to almost about 30, guess what? That's why if I had 20 women on here right now, we was all on the screen, 20 women, I guarantee you, every last one of them had a bad boy in their life that made their life hell. But they probably can still find some things that was nice about it, but really wasn't nice, but they just enjoyed it. Yeah, y'all go through a phase from late teens up to cracking 28, 30, bad boy season. After that, then y'all start looking for a simp, like a soft guy, right? A beta man. From there, y'all start looking for that beta man. Hold on one second. Then after you get that beta man, right? And that's what y'all settle for. But after y'all get this little soft guy and everything, the soft guy ain't a leader. The soft guy is just a soft guy, and he's just gonna get softer and softer like Snuggle. Then what's gonna happen is when y'all start get y'all 45s and 50, y'all setting y'all ways because y'all done bossed that man around all his life. I mean, you know, from all those years, y'all done bossed that man around, and now a lot of women think that they're the head of the household now. Either that or they just ain't had no man, right? No man, but they had this guy here that was soft. So what happens is y'all tolerance level, y'all don't tolerate a lot because y'all done boss this man. Y'all can't have a man in y'all life no more because a lot of them don't want to listen. But in all reality as well, remember, as y'all get older, y'all testosterone goes up, y'all estrogen goes down. That estrogen helps y'all be feminine. Testosterone helps you be more masculine. And y'all's go up. And here's the funny thing. Men's go down. So when men's testosterone go down, they have a tendency to get a little bit more feminine. And guess what? Their estrogen goes up, which makes them more feminine and sensitive and stuff like that. See how that trade-off goes? So when y'all at that 50, y'all ain't trying to hit nothing because y'all testosterone is up and y'all estrogen is down. Y'all ain't trying to hit nothing. Miss, your Royal Highness said you're so right. Also, your Royal Highness said, I don't believe in dating. Oh, I already read that. It's a waste of time. Yep. So that's what happens. And then here's another thing that we got to think about. We got to think about how many households that we go in today where there's a single mom, right? She has to play mom and dad. That's another thing. In order for her to play dad, her testosterone is going to have to come up. It's not supposed to because it's supposed to be a dad there. But yeah, she be wondering why she's so hairy now because that testosterone is building up. You know what I'm saying? She like, I'm shaving more. Yeah, because your testosterone is going up. So I'm just saying, I mean, that's the real situation. And unfortunately, it really started off in Black homes where the father was gone because it was an agenda. In order for us to break this family up, we got to chop off the head. And the head is the man. The head is the dad. So what we're going to have to do is get him up out of there. We don't have to, and unfortunately, it was black men who had to go through that at first. And what they did was they, with these black men, they created laws that will make it easy for him to be arrested or taken away from the home. And then now you have the women raising it, and it's the same thing to this day. It's men raising, I mean, I'm sorry, women raising entire families, raising boys. When that young boy turned 14, 15, he start feeling himself. And what happens is when he does that, it needs to be a man right there to settle him down about his next level that he going to. And he will settle him down like a man supposed to. But a lot of women, when they do it, they actually do it the wrong way. They think it's the right way, but they do it the wrong way. And they strip him, that little man, of his manhood. They emasculate him. So, I seen it happen, but I also seen it. Let me tell you something. I grew up with a father in my life, a real man, father in my life. And I appreciated everything he did. I seen what he did with me. I seen what he did with my brothers, and I seen what he did with my sisters. And don't think that my mother ain't had nothing to do with it, because there's a balance that the father has and a balance that the mother has. And that's why a lot of times we are so like off with this relationship thing, or just young men just not being around, because they haven't seen a man work. You know what I mean? And that's why we have this. Your Royal Highness said they didn't expose themselves too many different to too many different men through dating. These women got a man for every day of the week. That's all they want, because they have lost all trust from the bad men they had dated. Can you agree with that, Miss Leslie?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying about being guarded,
Yeah,
and trust,
a lot.
losing trust.
Yeah, a lot of people become guarded, men and women, unfortunately. Like I said, because of what everybody goes through. Like I've been through some stuff, and it made me put my guards up more. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've been through some things, and it made you put your guards up more. So we get it, but we also have to check ourselves sometimes and say, "Hey, is that reasonable? Should I take this next person through all this because of what I went through over here?" Right? But it is some things that you got to stick to. From experiences that you had in the past, you got to stick to it so you won't go back through that again. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So uh let me get to this next one. Man, I'm sorry we couldn't get Jimmy on. We'll still try on a different show, because like I said, me and him was going back and forth, and he doesn't have the phone thing down yet, as far as because he's been away for so long. So but we're gonna get it worked out, because he has a very interesting story. Very super interesting. Um Now, let me put this. I'm gonna put the link back up again for those who would like to come on, right? Because I want to hear some stories if possible. There's the link right there in the comment section. Right there, I just put it up. If y'all want to come on and let us know, hey, if something sound crazy what I said, let me know. You know what I mean? Just let me know. We can talk about it. Or like I said, if it's a story that y'all want to share, let's do it. You know what I mean? We show everybody love over here. But Miss Leslie, have you let's say going in, let's say if you met somebody or whatever, right? Do you know what you want as a woman? Like, do you know what you want? Like from off the rip?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So give us three. Yeah, y'all know I always say three. I try to say five sometime, but people be like, that's too much. But give us three things that you could tell us of what you would like out of a new relationship.
someone with a sense of humor, someone that is okay with themselves and someone that wants the same things as me or has the same values that I do.
Okay, that's very reasonable. That's reasonable. Um, I mean, do you think okay, what would be some of the things that you want?
That I want.
Yeah, that you were just saying that you meet that person and you would want him to have some of the same characteristics as you.
Mhm.
What would be some of those
Well,
things?
I hate to say it, and I don't like to bring this up, but politics, like I don't know if I could be with someone that doesn't share the same, uh, values as I do when it comes to that. Even though I don't really follow politics a lot, but still. And then also like religion, you kind of don't. I mean, somebody that's really religious versus someone that's not. Like, if you have faith in God, it's hard to go out with somebody that's an agnostic or what do you call that? If you don't believe in God, um, what is that called when you don't believe in God? Uh,
Uh
atheist?
yeah, I was gonna say like an atheist you talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a couple things, and I don't know. I think
Well,
a person can tell if you connect with someone, pretty
okay.
right away. Yeah.
No, I can relate to you on that. Shout out to Michael Mass in the building. Good to see you, family. Thank you for stopping through. I mean,
I had,
go ahead.
I had a friend that told me that you don't really know a person for years. Like, people are saying love is a very powerful word, and people throw that around like it's nothing.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is where y'all really got to watch out for. I, like, I've been in a situation where a person could say um, something about love, knowing good and well, if you look at their background, they don't even know what love was. You see what I'm saying? Because, and this is something that everybody has to pay attention to. If you are getting with a person, right, and that person, you want them to love you, right? You want them to eventually love you.
Hmm.
You have to find out, have they been loved? Do they have love to give you? Because if they have grown up in an abusive house and everything, do you think growing up in an abusive house is love?
No, but that's how they perceive it.
That's red flag. That's red flag number one.
Right.
Hold on one second. No, I'm
If a
listening.
person,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if a person's got counseling or works on themselves, then that's one thing.
What's up, my brother?
Well, what's going on? What's going on, family? How's the whole broadcast, man? Salute, salute.
Yeah, thank you for coming through. I'm actually we tonight we doing the relationship one, and hey, I want to have you on again with the Brutally Honest Rap Show. I was supposed to do it tonight, but didn't have time tonight, so I may do it Monday and do a double two of Monday. So definitely get with me, but you can chime in on what we're talking about if you want to. All right.
All right, bet, man. At the same time, too, I'm off Monday, so it's a good vibe to do something Monday. I'm off too.
Okay, yeah, that's probably when it's going to be anyway. So I'll make sure I link up with you and then have you on as well because I got a lot of music to play and so we can review. All right.
That's a salute. That's a salute. Hey man, look, I'm just going to take just like maybe 1.5 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was on Facebook
Mhm.
when I knew you was on, man. And I kind of, what I mean, stepped in on to what she was saying earlier about, what I mean, like what was going on with her situation. Or I mean, it might not have been her, it might have been somebody else, man. But this love thing is really real, man. It's really real and it's really mental and a lot. I mean, for me, it's just for me. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, somebody might feel me on this, but when it comes to relationships, this heart thing has a lot to do with it. But it's also what we put in. So it's like we got to take our time with that thing. You feel what I mean? So it's like to, and I hate to say to each his own. You know what I mean? I don't like really saying that because it's all mental. It's all mental. So it's more timing, if anything. If you want to exclude the timing, it's really about what you're going to let, what I mean, come through within your energy. You know what I mean? I'm talking about for everybody and what's really good for you at that time and what you're going to allow to absorb your energy. You know what I'm saying? Anybody. You feel me? So, that's all I really wanted to say. I mean, I could go in some more, but I don't want no trouble. I don't
Yeah,
want no trouble.
but you know what? It was something that you were just talking about, and what happened was I was just mentioning something about that. How certain things happen. Now the heart can be treacherous, right? The heart can be treacherous, but the mind can be treacherous as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's really the heart. But here's what you got to pay attention to. And you said it was all in the mental. I agree with that a lot. If we think positive, we give positive. You see what I'm saying? And what happens is a lot of times we have to process things and in our mind in the most positive way. Don't process negative. Negative is negative. Hey, but let's find some positive out of this negative, right? But it's almost like if somebody's yelling at you and you just react and start yelling back. No, but if you process things and say, hey, look, and just be quiet, be patient, and let them yell, and you come back level, calm and everything, you can actually shut them up with just a few words because they're seeing that you're not reacting like them and they seem like a fool. So if you're loving somebody, if you come and you love and nourish a relationship, it's going to work because remember, it goes through the mind first and then it goes to the rest of the body. If you bang your finger with a hammer, and I know it just sounds crazy what I'm saying, bang your finger with a hammer, it's got to reach your mind first to say ouch. You ain't gonna, that's what make you say ouch. That's what makes you feel as though, oh, that hurts because you thought about it and you seen it on TV. I mean, it does hurt, but you seen on TV that bam, I bang, that you bang a finger, you're supposed to say ouch, right? How about those things when you're in a relationship that you're supposed to love? Process that through your mind and your body and everything, because love comes through body language. It comes through the mental and body language and the heart.
You have to
So
be a little bit you have to be a little bit selfless too, and be able to compromise. A lot of people don't want to do that.
that's true. That's true. Like a lot of times I have to catch myself if I'm talking or whatever, and if I'm almost like over talking somebody, I don't like that. I'd rather listen. I'd rather stay calm and listen and let them get their thing out. But sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. And I've done a lot of things in my life. A lot of things failed and a lot of things worked. So a lot of times especially if it's something that I did, I talk about what worked for me and I get passionate about it. Right. I don't need to, sometimes listen to some of this stuff. I'm like, no, I tried it that way. It didn't work. But I'm talking about for me. But I talk about the things that worked for me. You know what I mean? And I'm not bragging about nothing. I have ups and downs in my life all the time. but I haven't punched the clock since I was a kid. I had 2 jobs in my life. Other than that, I struggle, I work, and I use my mental to make things work for me. You know what I mean? And so it's again, it's no bragging or nothing. All of y'all can do that. Every last one of you. I hear people tell me sometimes, oh, like, oh, I'm not built for that. Only takes a person like you to be. No, it don't. It takes you processing your mind to tell your body that, hey, we can do this. Some of the richest people are rich because they was thinking rich. So don't forget that. Don't forget how powerful your mind is in your body. So let me see. Your Royal Highness said, but love is not something that's learned, is learned behavior. Love comes from within you with passion. Right. Now let's say like this. Have you ever say, I feel loved? Have y'all ever said that before? Mainly women. Mainly women. They'll say, I feel loved. Let me tell you why, because you can feel it. If you sick and can't do nothing else, guess what? If somebody taking care of you, you feel loved, right? If you're a baby that don't know nothing else and you're being raised and you're happy and you don't hear yelling, that's just like when a baby is in the stomach, right? If they're not coming up around a rowdy house and everything, they're calm and they're keeping it calm, guess what? That baby is a lot of times going to be calm. It's not all the time, but most of the time they'll be calm. What's up, Miss Christina?
Hello.
So what I always suggest, and I had to learn it. This is another thing too that we have to pay attention to. Some of the simplest things in life. If you have, let's say, your job, right? You can take a calm person and he can go to work and he at work with a whole bunch of loud people. After a while, he's going to become loud, just like those people, because that's the environment that he's in. So if you're in a loving environment and feel love, you're going to have some love to give to the next person. But if you are in an environment where you feel no love or whatever, guess what? You just got toughened up and everything, and you ain't got no love to give because they ain't showing you no love you feel. So, whatever, they just not going to love you like that. And shouts out to everybody who's on TikTok. We have our actual real show, but we getting ready to get TikTok popping so it can be all on the same screen so everybody can join in and comment along with everybody else here on YouTube. We're on Street Tactics Media channel live on YouTube right now. That's where the real show is, but we love TikTok as well, and we getting ready to get them to mend together. So Miss Christina, have you ever felt loved before?
Yes.
Not trying to dig in your business, but who made you? Was it a boyfriend or your parents, or what was it?
The longest relationship I had was I was together with this guy for almost 5 years.
And he made you feel loved.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. Do you ever miss him?
Do I what?
Do you ever miss him?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Why only sometimes?
I mean, that was a different part of my life. I was younger. So.
Okay. So you don't think he'll work in this part of your life?
No.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. You know what I mean? Everybody.
Can I ask you a question, Crete?
Go ahead, Miss Christina.
Do you think that people can die from a broken heart? I've heard that it can happen. Heck
yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen it happen. And usually, I mean, it doesn't have to be older, elderly people, because young people, it happens to young people too. You know what I'm saying? But I've really seen it in elderly people, especially people that have been married for 30, 40, 50 years. And they're so used to that mate being around with them. And when that mate passes, oh my gosh, the other mate passes. And it's so sad. My mother and my father was so thick. And they showed, I couldn't have asked for better parents. I couldn't. And it was 10 of us. And I don't know how they did it, but they balanced it and showed like none of us felt more. You know what? If you ask my sisters, I'm lying. They be trying to act like I got everything when I was growing up. Out of all of them, they tripping. Anyway, I love them to death. But anyway, my parents made us not feel like, like one got more than the other or one deserved more than the other. That didn't happen in our household. You know what I'm saying? But and my parents had, I saw love. I saw a marriage. I saw a man. I saw a husband. I saw a father. I saw a mother. I saw a wife. I saw a woman. So that was so important to me. And now with me doing this podcast for these last couple of years and talking to people, I like to talk. Let me tell you something. I didn't realize how special that was. I thought it was average, but it's special as hell.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just saying it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You don't hear about people being married 30, 40 years. People just give up really easy. I mean, there are certain reasons why a person would end a relationship, but I think it's really easy to just walk away.
Yes. A lot of people think it is easier to just walk away, but like with me, again, I was married for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? Because me and her did so much in life. You know what I'm saying? And met when we were 15 years old and hung in there all those years, had kids and everything, did family vacations, did all the family stuff that, you can family on, you know what I mean? But it wasn't easy getting away from that or whatever, but somehow I was blessed to get through it. Let me ask you this, Venom. Have you ever been in a relationship and you probably was in love and loved that person so much, but then there was certain things that you wish that you wasn't like say for instance, like if she went on a vacation with her parents and you might be feeling some type of way, it's kind of salty, whatever, I don't know. And then have you ever wished like, dang, I wish I didn't feel like this when she left? That happened to you before, right?
No, it never happened to me, but I get where you're going at with it, man. And it's like,
That's good. That's good. It didn't happen.
I can really relate to what you're saying, man. And it's like that love can make you really say what you just said. Like, damn, yo, I shouldn't be feeling like this. I gotta feel like this. And it's not about the trust. It's about it's all mental because damn, you miss her that fast. That's to make you feel like that.
It's a thing. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute about that. Like when a person, they can go, say for instance, like if your mate goes out of town for 4 or 5 days and you start feeling some type of way or whatever, it's not about controlling. It's actually a thing. I'm gonna tell y'all what it's called in a minute, but it's actually a thing. And but most people will want to break out of that. You want to be able to have a break yourself mentally. You know what I'm saying? As well as that person having a break mentally, because what happens is when y'all get back together, things is good to go again. Your Royal Highness said, if you don't have God within you, you cannot love. Love is God. And hold on one second, this thing jumped in. Love is God, and it's Him in you that can love unconditional. Without God, it's conditional and ulterior motives. Hold on.
Amen.
That's true. And see, God is love. In His name, Jehovah God has a name, and that name means causes to become. That's what Jehovah God, that's what His name means. Now, the other thing is that God is love, and He's the highest love, and that'd be agape love. So if you love God, He's going to love you back, and He's going to give you that love that you need to run with. But unfortunately, with a lot of people, if they, like I said, came up in a household where they didn't get that kind of love, it's hard. And that's why y'all need to be checking again these people's backgrounds, whether they have loving parents or have they been abused or this or that, so you can navigate around on how you're going to deal with this or you're not going to deal with it. So also your Royal Highness said people know what to do show you that they love but they don't love you. They was just acting. That's true. I mean, some people will put on a love act. You know, they'll put on the love act, but that's where you ladies and us men need to really pay attention to the relationship. Have you ever seen a guy act like he loved you before, Miss Christina, and he didn't really love you, or you know?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. When you found out that you felt as though he didn't love you, what did you do? Did you just hang in there, or you started making arrangements for you departing from him?
To depart.
Okay, smart. That's smart.
Mhm.
Um, because you don't need to live your life with somebody who's not going to love you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
I don't
what
want to get in.
go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I don't want to get too far into Christina's business, but she is going through a situation that's very interesting as far as like what we're talking about right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing, Miss Christina. I mean, you've been coming on the show for a good while, right?
Hmm.
And I'm hoping that a lot of things, I know we all laugh and have fun and da 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 da, you know, and I hope that that laughter and everything a lot of times helps you and everybody else, right? It helps me. But
Hmm.
you also, I'm hoping that you're learning from
Yeah.
this show as well, because you know a lot of us come on and we tell our stories and everything, but we hope that each one of us learn from one another. You know what I mean? That's
Hmm.
important. So shout outs to TikTok people. Thank y'all so much for coming on. But you know, just like we were talking to you last week, Miss Christine, about the situation when the guy he tried to brush off you know, when you try to talk about certain things,
Hmm.
you're gonna have to sit down and have a conversation with this guy, because what it is what it is right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and he don't need to be. You can't ignore a human. He may can
Right.
try to ignore you, but he can't ignore the newborn that's coming here.
Right.
I've never heard of anybody acting that way, Like there's a baby here and I feel like there's a lot of selfishness going on.
It absolutely is that a lot of that. So I'm hoping things change for you for the better, Miss Christina, when it comes to that. And then some guys change. You know, when the baby is born, you know, they may have been
Mhm.
acting a certain way in the beginning, but sometimes they'll turn around and say, you know what, this is my baby, and look at that beautiful baby, and they start taking care of that baby. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So let's hope that he start walking down that trail, and not, you know, if he's still talking to you right now, let's give him a little shout out for at least that, because some dudes become magicians and just be gone. You know what I mean? So
Right.
let's give him his props for at least that for right now, and you know how that goes. But and see in a minute, I'm gonna be heading because getting something done to my bike, and tomorrow I gotta go test it out because the season is getting ready to start again, and I have to do a little small travel tonight to be there tomorrow. So we're gonna give it a little bit more in here, and then I'm gonna have to make it a wrap. I wish my guy could have came on, but we're gonna bring him on. We're gonna bring him on. So let's do right here, right? Dating experiences in 2025, right? And we wish we can get, well, we have you guys on here knowing what you want. Venom, I'm not sure if you're married or in a relationship or whatever, but let's say you meet somebody, right? They come to you. You don't want, or you know what I mean? You don't want to go looking for a woman. And I tell women, don't go looking for a man. But they come to you. Do you know what you want out of a woman?
Yes, I do know what I want out of them. I want the same thing. I want the same things that she expect for a man to give her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the inquiring knowledge that she's looking for. And also, I'm looking forward to just take my time. You know what I'm saying? And she should take our time. And this goes back to what we was talking about and what you were saying about everything is being mental. And the heart will be treacherous, the mind will be treacherous too. So it's like now I'm in a relationship and I'm taking care of another man's children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And these children tell me they tell me they love me every day. They look for me. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I'm on the way to work. But actually I'm getting off of work, I'm on the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real thing, man. And when a woman comes to you, that means it's something about you that she see, or it's something that she is evaluating for comfort, uh, maybe just a stability of conversation. You know what I'm saying? You know, it don't have to be a touch and feel. It could be, but it don't have to be always sexual. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you listen, and both of y'all know that y'all listen, that's that's the spark right there. You know what I mean? That's the spark. That's that love sign, and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know what I mean? Like we really can't, we really can't put our love to the side. Like love is just that phone call. That what you know what I mean? That's that communication. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I have learned about the experience and been in the experience level of being in a relationship or just a connection ship. And I say that a connection ship might be the first time somebody said that. I
Right.
don't know. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We have Your Royal Highness said men go through changes when women are pregnant. I pray for you, beloved, that God will fix it. And hold on one second. I'm gonna just mute your mic for a second, Venom. Let me reread that. Your Royal Highness said men go through changes when women are pregnant. I pray for you, beloved, that God will fix it, and it's not meant to be. Then pour all your love in the baby, and we believe you'll do that too, Miss Christina. We believe
Hmm.
you'll do that. You know, and take all this stuff as encouragement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take it as encouragement, and just do it.
It's just been a long time since I've been around a newborn baby.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
you'll do just fine. Trust me, you'll do just
You'll
fine.
be okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
and you know, we definitely want you to keep smiling, keep being happy, and you'll be again just fine. Now, another thing, pressure, or you sometimes in new relationships, you can feel pressure or harassed. Have any of you guys ever been through that before?
Yeah.
can you repeat that again?
Have you ever felt when you got into a new relationship that you felt pressured or even harassed, by that new relationship?
Um, Slightly in the one I am in right now. And to be really, really honest, for real, man, you know, something happened today, and I really didn't think that I can be able to speak about, just our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Just verbal, just verbal. And like you said, it's a mentally strong thing. But some things you just put to the side and don't even add no gasoline. I'm saying, and uh, it's like I'm definitely well in the beginning. I didn't feel pressure because I was just learning the person. The person, and it's like well, we've been through a lot. A lot. You know what I'm saying?
How
And
long have y'all been together?
it's about to be 4 years.
Okay, that's good.
I'm talking about like 4 years. Super rocky though. Super rocky.
Now, let
Talking
me
about like
ask you this: if you're saying it's super rocky, do you think
it was.
it's
It
still?
was.
But do you think that it's still worth you staying into?
Yeah, yeah. It's very worth it, man. Because love shows. Love shows without words being said. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah. And here's another thing: whatever you went through, and you were saying that was verbal that y'all went through that you never expected anything like that. I know you know this, but you as the man, stay calm. Let us speak. You stay calm. You speak. You know what I'm saying? Because that shows strength from you. Don't go in there arguing with her. Just keep it
Oh
calm.
hell. Yeah. And guess what? That's the thing. That's the thing though. Like we're not going to argue because I already been to that point. Like now, like shit good. Like it be good. Like we good, good. You know what I'm saying? Like this happened earlier. Like something happened in public. I'm laughing at it, so I'm laughing. You know what I mean? Like I could joke about it, and we joked about it earlier, but it was a serious matter. But when
Mm.
you can laugh over things like that, so that's that strength and that love that is not just unconditional, it's eternal. So
Mm.
that unconditional is out the door when it's eternal, man. Like it's real. It's real. It's really real.
Yeah, some things that we need to do in situations that I'm glad you're able to sit and laugh or smile about it, whatever. But you don't understand. Well, I don't want to say you don't understand, but that's one of the most powerfulest tools. If you're in the heat of the moment and the argument is so bad or whatever, that's something you can practice. Just smile. That breaks up a lot. You know what I mean? That helps you, and it could possibly help the other person. But I have seen what you're smiling at, huh? And then the other person get even mad because you're smiling. You see what I'm saying? But just keep smiling and keep calm. You'll be fine. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that you guys work through it. And you said y'all gonna work through it anyway. So that's a blessing to hear. But just work through it. You know what I mean? Don't let yourself get
Yeah, yeah. Definitely. Like you said, don't let it get to me or let it get to her. Whereas it's getting out of hand. I'm telling you, bro. Like it's like I don't even want to talk about it because guess what? It's Yahweh's word. It's
yeah,
His word. What I'm saying. So I'm grateful.
yeah,
I'm super grateful. I'm grateful that we got over that and didn't go nowhere else. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Because
You
it
know what
could
I
have
mean?
been
So
worse. It could have been worse.
could have been worse. And
So,
in public too. I'm laughing about it.
yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this, Venom. What do you think about dating apps? I asked this earlier. What do you think about dating apps?
Each his own, and it's all about what you're looking for and what you want to do. If you want to go on there and find somebody and have a nice time for just one night, and that's what you want to do, or you want to. I mean, that's how it really happens, though.
Hmm.
I mean, even though you know what I mean, like even though like I don't really do the dating that thing, because I think like that's a part of fun. That's a part of fun. Like if you want to date that, then you're willing to have fun, and you know what I mean. You want to have fun. That's it. You know what I mean. Like if you really want to love somebody, you're going to take that time out. You're going to take them 2, 3 weeks, maybe that month, You know what I mean? It just, I mean, it's forced to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say. So it's
Yeah.
definitely, it's cool. I mean, it's cool for the ones that want to date. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? It's just like teach his own. For that,
Same thing. That same thing I said earlier. Yeah. I mean, if that's what spin you want to put on, then spin. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I can't knock you for, for that or whatever. I mean, I've seen people get on a dating app and meet somebody and got married. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
Now that's dope. That's dope right there. If you can you can find somebody on a app like that and get married. That's fucking dope. That's dope. You know what I mean? That was just their time. You know what I mean? That's dope for me. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing wrong with it.
my people on TikTok as well. But go. I'm gonna ask this question. Tell me what you were gonna say, Miss Leslie. But I want y'all to let me know, what do y'all think about ghosting? Has it ever happened to y'all? And I want y'all to answer this as well on TikTok. But go ahead, Miss Leslie. While everybody think if they've been ghosted.
I was just going to tell Venom. I was married for 16 years, and we had a daughter that was disabled. And you have to have love to make it through some of those tough times. So, yeah, communication is important. Just stick with it. And
Yep, very, very important. Right,
yeah.
right, very, very important. Like earlier, I'm telling you, man, it's that real, and it's like today, her son was getting dropped off, and they're like, "Where Mr. J at?" Well, he's at work. You on the phone? Like it ain't no hi, mommy. It's where Mr. J. Feel me?
Wow.
It be like that before for the children. You put them in, so it's like it's straight like that, man. And I'm granted to be fortunate that somebody could really be like, and you know, what I mean, somebody else's child and be like encouragement or like just be on that side, like,
Have
hey,
you ever
but
thought
it's
about? Have you ever thought about why that happens?
yeah. I thought about why it happens. Because I put in the work. I put
Okay.
in the work. I put in the work, and it's like I said, he's an opportunity.
So if you had a word that you could put to that other than you putting to work, because I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that you put in the work. But other than saying you put things to work, give me one word or even two of the reason why you think that they're like that towards you.
Fortunately blessed.
Okay. Here's my take on that. I think that you provided headship that they needed. Not taking anything away from their father. I don't know him from a strip of grass, but you came in and gave them, you showing them leadership, headship, right? And what happens is a lot of times, I tell people this, and this is real. You can let's say if you met a woman and she had a puppy, right? And y'all start seeing each other, it's her puppy. And as y'all, seeing each other, it could be over the months or whatever. Guess what? That puppy almost becomes like your puppy. And
Right, right.
and that puppy starts to listen and come to you, and everything, because he feels that you're the headship in the house.
And guess
You
what?
provide structure, stability.
Look, guess what? That been going on. That has happened. That happened 2 months ago. First time he meeting buddy always heard my voice.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's what I'm saying. So that's a real situation, right? Yeah. So that's even like the kids. So a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of women can't what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, they can't look at you and say, you showing some leadership in here and some headship. But the damn dog will tell you. If she fronting, the dog gonna tell the truth. And the kids. You see what I'm saying? Because you're doing right things. Your energy in that household. That's just like when you get a guy and he gotta tell you, I'm a man, or I'm the head of this household. You should never have to crack your lips as a man to say that you're the head of the household. Your energy is telling the head of the household. You see what I'm saying? If you think you got to tell this woman in her house or in your house that you're the head, then you're really not. That's
exactly. Exactly. Not to cut you off. Exactly. You're
You
exactly right about that. And I never ever like even try to call that role. She said, "You're the head." You like she tells me, "You're the head of the household." Like however you make a move, I'm gonna be acting. I'm gonna follow. So it ain't about being. It's not really being about what's the word? Submissive. It's not being submissive. It's just like you like that's what a man's supposed to do.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when things are working. And then the funny thing, again, and I'm gonna go back on this. If you have to say that I'm the head of this household, you ain't doing it right. That ain't for your mouth to say. That's for your energy to say. Your Royal Highness says dating apps are based off of credentials, and people choose according to their incomes, their job titles. That's what these dating apps are all about. And I can agree with that as well too, because what happens is that's how the algorithm gets built, especially on certain people or a certain group of people. That's why, we found a match. The algorithm is looking and constantly learning and gathering new people and putting them together and everything. So that's how it works. She also said he's sincere and loved deeply from his spirit. Good night, children of God. Thank you so much, Your Royal Highness, for coming through. I wish again I could have had my guy Jimmy on here, but we will get him on here. We will do that. Hold on one second. So
Creed, I'm gonna say good night because my eyes are getting heavy. I can't
yeah,
really stay awake.
I was ready to say the Sandman got some people up in here. No, but you know what? Thank you so much, Miss Leslie, for coming through. And in fact, I was going to end it anyway because I gotta run. I gotta run anyway myself. And DJ J Venom, thank you so much, brother, always for coming through. And like I said, we'll get together on Monday and maybe we'll do a quick brutally honest rap show or whatever. You know what I mean? And we'll take it from there. You're always welcome on, brother. You family. And Miss Leslie, she's always on here anyway. And we have our family that always meets up. Shout out to, matter of fact, hold on. Let me, my bad. Let me get these shout outs going on while we step off. I want to send a shout out to my big sis who came up earlier. Shouts out to her, my big sis Leslie. Shouts out to my baby sis too, Amber, for coming through. Also, shout out to Your Royal Highness for coming through. Shout out to Pokey Sue for coming through. Thank you. And once again, shout out to DJ J Venom. I want y'all to make sure y'all look him up on YouTube or just on the internet period, and y'all find some of his work. Shout out to everybody who came in through TikTok. I appreciate you guys for doing that. And shout out to hold on one second. Who else? Miss Marissa. Shout out to Michael Mass. Shout out to shout out to Miss Christina. Shout out to Miss Marla. Shout out to Tiff Trey. I didn't even put Trey on here. Shout out to Tiff Trey. Shout out to Nicole Harris. Shout out to Lil Gotcha Life. And shout out to, I already say, Miss Marissa, Miss Christina, shout out to Miss Leslie. And that's it, because they were highly, shout out to my brother Nate from upstate in the building. They were very highly active in the comment section. And also shout out to OG Peepaw for coming through. Shout out Nate from upstate. And if I miss somebody, please forgive me. Oh, a shout out to Mr. Say that's my lady right now. Your phone sound muffled. Say that again. Your phone sound muffled. Now he froze up on us. Okay. Well, and shout out to my brother Gerald Pinnell coming on. And that's it for tonight. We will see y'all possibly on Monday. All right. I will keep y'all posted on everything, and thank y'all for everything and always showing up and always supporting. Please make sure you guys like and share the video. I'm actually going to snatch it down and put it back up. I got to start doing it the right way. And we will see you guys very, very soon. And shout out to all my people that came through on TikTok. We will see y'all again, and we'll make sure we gel the show together. All right. We are out.